Hello, welcome to GottaBeReel movie reviews with Thommi
Hey.
and Jules. And right now we're doing one for the little ends, as Thommi likes to say. Or actually,
Maybe
I
pretty
feel like this was more for adults, but
hey,
it's Minions, the
everybody.
Rise of Gru.
Everybody can see this one and enjoy it. So this is PG.
Yes.
Who stars in these voiceovers for Minions?
This is actually going to be kind of a long list because, I mean, there's so many people. Like, maybe I should have left some out. I don't know, but it's star-studded.
That's all right.
So we have Steve Carell back as Gru.
Uh-huh.
We have Pierre Coffin as the Minions. He's the voice of the Minions.
He's all like,
yeah. I mean, there's a little Spanish, a little French you hear going on. Alan Arkin plays Wild Knuckles. He's a new character for this movie. Taraji P. Henson is in it as Bell Bottom.
Get a girl doing all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Michelle Yeoh plays Master Chow. She was not messing around. That woman was no joke. Julie Andrews. I didn't even know this. She was the voice of Gru's mom. I didn't know this till I put this together. That was Julie Andrews. Russell Brand is back as Nefario.
I've heard him in a while.
Nefario. Yeah.
Heard him for a while.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Him either. I've seen him in a while. I've always loved Jean-Claude Van Damme when he does a split on the counter.
Yeah, he plays Jean-Claude, a character with the claw.
It's kind of funny. Jean-Claude.
I didn't know when I'm in the movies. I didn't know that was him. Dolph Lundgren plays Svengeance.
You know he was the Russian that killed Apollo Creed. If he dies, he dies.
Oh my gosh.
I like Dolph Lundgren. I've seen a lot of stuff. I like him though. I really do.
Danny Trejo, your friend.
That's my dude right there, whom I just met last weekend. I love Danny Trejo. I actually just went home and I'm like, I want to pull up all Danny Trejo movies. And I love him in Badasses, him and Danny Glover. If you ever watched that, it's a funny movie. They like really kicking butt on the streets. But I love Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays Stronghold.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And Lucy Lawless is
all right.
Nunchuck. She plays a nun with some nunchucks. I didn't know that was her. I did not recognize, but I did recognize RZA.
Did you? The voice?
As the biker. Yeah.
It's funny, we were just talking about RZA the other day, Mom. They were talking about, when he rapped, whatever. And I was like, do you know that was him in Due Date at the airport? And they was like, oh my gosh, yes, that was him at the airport. He was one of the, where they check your bag and make sure there's nothing in there. And he's talking to Robert Downey Jr. and kind of getting smart with him, and they have a little riff. But RZA's been in quite a few movies.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Movies.
And he's done soundtracks for movies, all that stuff. So
he's doing it. So
he's parlayed his career from Wu-Tang Clan into film.
Yeah, but that's called, keeping your money going and knowing how to diversify it. He's got it.
For sure.
So what's going on in Minions, The Rise of Gru?
All right, Universal Pictures had a summary. So I'm going to read it. It's kind of long, but it's theirs. So I'm going to go with exactly what they said. Okay. All right.
Yeah, clear your voice. Okay.
In the heart of the 1970s, amidst the flurry of feathered hair and flared jeans, Gru, Steve Carell, is growing up in the suburbs. A fanboy of supervillain supergroup known as the Vicious Six, Gru hatches a plan to become evil enough to join them. Luckily, he gets some mayhem-making backup from his loyal followers, the Minions. Together, Kevin, Stuart, Bob, and Otto, a new Minion sporting braces and a desperate need to please, deploy their skills as they and Gru build their first lair, experiment with their first weapons, and pull off their first missions. When the Vicious Six oust their leader, legendary fighter Wild Knuckles, Alan Arkin, Gru interviews to become their newest member. It doesn't go well, to say the least, and only gets worse after Gru outsmarts them and suddenly finds himself the mortal enemy of the apex of evil. On the run, Gru will turn to an unlikely source for guidance, Wild Knuckles, and discover that even bad guys need a little help from their friends.
Bad guys need help.
Yeah.
There is no honor amongst criminals or thieves. First of all, the Vicious Six. I could totally hear that being like a band or a group put together.
Yeah, he had posters and everything.
So he's like this fanboy wanting to be a part of a group. And it was funny because when you mentioned the braces, when I seen the preview, it was like, who gave a Minion braces and why? But that's just kind of stuff, funny stuff that runs through my head.
Right.
Now you've seen both of the previous
I've
Minions.
seen Despicable Me.
So do you
What,
need?
is there 3? I've seen all the Despicable movies.
So do you think that it would be beneficial to see the first 2 before or release one of them?
If you've seen them, then yes, you will notice some Easter eggs in here. You'll notice a lot of things. Some younger folks in this one because it's set back when Gru was younger.
Okay.
So.
That's kind of like the one we just watched where Peter Pan had grown up. I forgot what movie we just reviewed, but kind of like that. Like, okay. So I think I've seen the first one, but it had been so long ago. I want to pick it back up and see the second one because I think my nieces will probably like this one.
Yeah,
a lot.
Like Stuart has a Scarlet Overkill lunchbox, and she was the villain in the Minions in the 2015 film.
Okay, gosh, that's been 7 years.
She's the villain that the Minions worked for in the 2015 film. My bad. Despicable Me.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so do you think, so out of all the 3, did you like this one better?
I don't know if I liked it better. I think maybe the same along the same lines.
Okay.
There's a lot of jokes in here, especially since it's set in the 70s, that a lot of children will not get just for the simple fact that
they weren't even thought about that.
Around anymore. So, like, they might not know where records are. They might, because records are coming back.
Because a lot of DJs still spin on records.
Yeah, and then some of the songs they might not get, but that's fine.
It's pretty nostalgic.
But some of the references they're probably not going to get, but overall they'll enjoy it, I'm sure, and then you'll enjoy it too, especially if you're a little older, because even some young parents might be like, I don't know.
Well, my nieces, I've heard them singing songs. They're like 9 and 10. I've heard them singing songs from like 15 years ago. I'm like, how do you know that song? But then I remember they're probably listening to what their parents are listening to, so they pick up on stuff. Because one day I was like, she was singing Laffy Taffy, and I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Where did you hear that? First, where'd you hear that song from? But let's not sing Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
We're actually coming out of the candy store, and the kids, they don't understand what that song means. But we're coming out of the candy store, and they're happy with their candy, and she just starts singing Laffy Taffy, and I'm like, ooh,
Well,
not that one.
It's about the candy. Just let it go.
That's what I'm going to let them think, that it's about candy, but that ain't what the song Laffy Taffy is.
But to her, it's about the candy.
Right, that's what I'll just look like. What the?
Yeah.
You wasn't even thought about when that song came out, but
so
again.
overall, I'd say this is good from the grandparents on down, because grandparents would just be cracking up and
laughing at
they'll
stuff.
get a lot of this. Yeah. And then, the younger parents will get stuff and the children will get stuff. And it's enjoyable for everybody, because I really enjoyed it. It was really good.
So probably fun for parents and kids to get together, go check it out, matinee.
Yep.
And really everybody can have something in there that they can find funny or relate to.
Yeah, or full price if you want,
And I probably think most of the Minions are pretty good from what I've heard. So I don't think you would go wrong even if you didn't. Matinee, if you got a bunch of kids just for financial purposes, go to Harkins if you can. But if not, try matinee with the little ones.
Yeah.
Now, are there any extra scenes in this one?
Yes, there's
Of
extra
course.
scenes. Of
Okay.
course. A few seconds into the credits, there's a cute, there's a scene, and then there's a cute cartoon of Gru and the Minions for about a minute, and then nothing after that. And the credits run about 8 minutes.
Okay, we got any fun facts on this show? Movie, rather?
This is the longest advertised animated film in motion picture history, due to the nearly 2.5-year gap between its first trailer and its official release. I hate that.
Wait a minute, are they saying this particular one was really made like 2.5? Well,
they started advertising it like 2.5 years ago.
Something must have happened. Well, I don't even want to keep saying, I'm so sick of saying pandemic.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm guessing that's what happened. But I'm surprised they put the trailer out before they knew.
2.5 years was right before that hit. You know what I mean? So
that's a little okay.
I don't even like when they're like, here's this fantastic movie coming
in 6 months,
and it's coming out in January 2023. Like,
why would you tell me that right now? Now I want to see it really bad. That happened with Jordan Peele's Nope. We've seen that trailer back when.
Yeah.
It's finally coming out this summer. But I'm like, please don't do that to us. Do you understand when we see something delicious? Because we like to live deliciously. Don't tell us 6 months.
Remember Cloverfield? It was like a year.
God, you're like, what the?
They advertised like a year in advance. I'm like, I gotta stay alive for a whole other year just to see this movie. Like,
are you like 2023?
Please.
No, don't tell me. I'm okay with 2 to 3 months. Not anymore, because now I get you if you want to build the anticipation up, but that part of it is not fun.
Yeah.
That part out,
year
it is
and 8
not
months,
fun.
6
Okay.
months, like nah.
3 months gets me excited.
Yeah.
Don't do a year or 6 months, okay? You just upset us, and then we just get all worked up for no reason. Gosh. And then some with Stuart.
I already said that.
Oh,
one.
Stuart. Okay, about
Yep.
the overkill.
But
Okay.
I would give this. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of generous today, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I laughed a lot. I'd give it 4.
Really?
I'd give it 4 clappers.
Okay. Okay. Sounds fair enough. Like I said, they're usually good movies. I've never heard anybody say that they didn't like the Minions, and I see a ton of memes all the time about Minions.
But
And
did you hear that there was like some young people going to the movie theaters dressed in suits?
like cosplay?
No, they were dressed in suits to go see the movie, and they brought bananas, and they were throwing the bananas in the movie theater. So then some theaters blocked people from coming in if they were wearing suits and dressed
What is the
up.
point? Is that something from the movie?
What do they say? Crap.
Has something to do with the.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, you don't go into a movie and throw stuff.
Yeah, you
I don't
do
care
that.
if you're cosplaying or not. You don't do that. You want to have some fun? Get into a Minion suit or whatever, but you don't throw stuff at a theater. That's
Yeah.
you're asking to get kicked out and with no refund.
I
Be
forgot the term that
respectful.
they used, but they basically were being gentlemen, something to do with the Minions. And I'm sorry, please Google it. I should have came better prepared. Somebody's gonna say that to me in the comments, like, don't bring it up if you're not prepared. You're
No,
right.
that's okay. It's okay
But-
for us to mention stuff. We let people know that don't quote us on the exact reason for it. That's totally okay. These are our opinions, and we're going to talk about it. Sometimes we branch off or whatever. But point is, don't go into the
These
theater throwing
kids snuck a
stuff.
whole trash can full of bananas into the theater and started throwing them.
Eject.
Yeah.
Eject.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Go have some fun, cosplay or whatever. I love seeing people when they cosplay, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, what it's I just enjoy seeing it, especially since I love Halloween. I love seeing people dressed up as different things. So that would be cute, but the banana, the throwing of the food is just going to be a no, dude.
No.
You're going to get yourself ejected and probably banned.
Yeah.
What if you'd have hit like an elderly person in the head and they just had,
You're not supposed to bring outside food into
Yeah,
the theaters
exactly.
anyway. Not supposed to.
Yeah, but to do that, come on, stop it. All right. So you're going to go ahead and give it a
4 clappers.
4 clappers. Okay. So there you have it. There is our review of Minions, The Rise of Guru. Don't forget, we're on Facebook.
Guru.
We're on YouTube. Oh, I said Guru, didn't I?
Yeah.
Am I thinking about Guru, the rapper from back? Wow.
Or the
Okay.
Love Guru. That's what I thought you were thinking of.
The Rise of Guru.
Yes.
Don't forget, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Like, subscribe, and also Cash App at GottaBeReel. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Next review. All right.
Thank you.
All right.